아,
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it...
Mr. Dibble,
호호.
may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you know who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his request until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
후.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Could you give me a bit more detail
잘못
about
눌렀다.
the note that might... Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
리트레님 생일 축하드립니다. 전 제 생일을 기억을 못해서. 호잇, 호잇.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Revelio.
It's always nice to see a familiar face. Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
오늘은 메인 퀘도 좀 진행을 해야 될 텐데.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find...
애쉬와인더 은신처?
This room. There must be another way forward. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do what it's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait. No one's coming for her.
Revelio.
Student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone. I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty, don't you fret. Felcroft was extraordinarily dull. Does no one put up a good fight anymore?
I've had enough of Spellcroft.
이거는 은신이 강제되는 퀘스트인데
I've used unforgivable curses on a...
Extorting desperate gits suits me just fine.
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
Revelio.
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
They're incapable of defending themselves.
One wonders if one's life is indeed carved out by destiny, or merely the...
Can't believe we're forced to work with these goblins.
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shudders when they see...
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
Hey.
경계를
I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of.
Keep on your toes. Stay alert.
Let's finish this job and be done with it.
I know you're there.
Rockborough's always a treasure trove.
If it's that cat again, I'll... What are you, shy? Thought you could hide from me, did ya? Expulso! Expulso! Quite Expulso! Flash of inspiration.
크루시오! 면역이야.
Revelio.
은신으로 빠져나갈 방법이 없었기 때문에 그냥 다 쳐주겠어요.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Hey.
호호.
Hey. We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. Deal with her when he arrives. Nothing over here.
Was it upper or lower Hogsfield that we raided last week? Expulso! Expulso!
saw that. Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you were here. I had left my wand for you.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife.
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio. Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken. You ought to be more cautious. That spell can do quite a lot of damage. I've seen it many times.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
돈도 좀 챙기고. 어차피 들어오면서 다 죽였기 때문에.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow.
어차피 들어와서 다 저거 뭐야 지웠기 때문에.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood Slot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
후. 깔끔하게 퀘스트 하나 깼죠. 다음 퀘스트도 진행합시다. 마침 우리가 지금 호그스미드에 있죠.
The Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
아니 이 아저씨가 맨입으로? 이게 왜 이렇게 맨입으로 퉁치려는 놈들이 많지? 이건 뭐지? 벌집.
Alohomora. Revelio.
마법 세계에서도 차를 마실 때는 꿀이 꼭 필요합니다라는데, 영국식 차는 꿀도 타나 보죠?
You there?
뭐요? 도와달라고? 뭘?
I've always said that travel... What is it? What's wrong?
Goblins, that's what. Ranrock's lot. Nasty creatures. Ambush me, they did. Nothing's safe anymore. I need a little something. Something to protect me if I run into them again. Maxima potion.
If you can't defend yourself, you'd be better off staying out of their way. I'm not giving you charity.
You'll be sorry. When Ranrock's loyalists come to take me away, you'll be sorry then. If a wizard can't count on someone in the wizarding community to help against goblins, what has it come to?
Or did you find...
No.
I don't have any of that.
How am I to avoid Ranrock's
Goblins
lot?
got you yet?
No, not yet.
You're right. The world's not safe at the...
Oh, I will. Ranrock... And I've you to thank. Please.
더그보그 혀는
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. Lumos.
더그보그 혀는 집중력 마법약인가에 들어가기 때문에 모아두면 좋아요.
Lumos.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Reb and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
멀린의 시험 추가로 통과.
Revelio. Accio. Glacius. Expelliarmus. Accio.
여기는 못 가는데 어떻게 가는 거지? 저 이멜다 레이스랑 대화하세요는 지나갈 수가 없어서 어떻게 해야 되는지를 모르겠네요. 일단 필요의 방에 잠시 들렀다가
Potions you've brewed.
패치워크라고 하니까 와우에 나온 보스몹이 생각나는데? 와우의 낙스라마스라는 레이드 던전에 보스몹 이름이 패치워크였던 걸로 기억해요. 누더기 골렘 아니 이거 룩이 너무 쓰레기잖아. 외형 변경 해야지. 호그스미드로 다시 가서 템 처분 좀 합시다.
It is wonderful to see you back here. Penny wishes you safe and wondrous travels.
이거 묘약 치유력 증가는 제가 볼 땐 별로 필요가 없는 것 같아요. 왜 제가 이제 필요가 없다고 하냐면 포션이 남아돌아.
Off on another adventure, are we?
포션이 남아돌아서 저 포션 힐량 늘리는 거는 그렇게 크게 의미가 있진 않아요. 제가 해보니까.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help. Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I hope they can tell we're sincere, but Poppy, centaurs are just centaurs. They can't read your mind any better than I could.
Perhaps you're right. It's just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah, I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets.
이 여자애는 진짜 대책 없어요.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
He could have been a bit clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
실수로 뭘 잘못 먹었는데?
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all... you have received.
자, 이제 지도 내실로 다시 갑시다. 메인 퀘를 진행해야죠.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
흠흠.
Now here's Professor Fig. The keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon.
How do you feel? Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student? Very well, sir. If you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
개웃기네. 전기 치료약. 잠시 화장실 좀 갔다 올게요. 후, 화장실 다녀왔습니다.
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
근엄하게 걸어가야지.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with, bubo tuber pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very wrong with Professor Black. Dittany and Pooba-Tuba Puss. Moustache paste.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls, I...
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
I should think you'd have better things to do with your time. Now, where's my elf?
Good day, Professor. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
My side of the dormitory is
Headmaster, and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
Well, they're as good as invisible to me, sir. Rotten little extortionist holding my diary hostage.
What was that, Broom?
Nothing, sir.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I never understand that one.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now, to speak the password to the gargoyle.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
일로 가는 게 맞나? 일로 가는 게 맞는지를 모르겠네요. 아니었던 것 같네요. 뭐야? 갑옷이 지들끼리 싸워서 부셨나 본데?
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. That must be the pedestal. Alohomora. Revelio.
오, 뭐야? 책에 빨려 들어가.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald, can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead.
오, 뭐야?
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go. But I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way, but more danger. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Whew.
Now's my chance.
호그와트 레거시입니다. 네, 메인 퀘 중에 나오는 책 속의 세계인데
That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
글쎄요.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now.
게임 자체는 호그와트 레거시가 맞는데
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
I've never felt such power.
Descender.
뭐 이거는 이거는 퀘스트 중에 나오는 다른 세계 같은 느낌이라서 호그와트 레거시 전체적인 분위기가 이렇진 않거든요, 애초에. 아! 흑백 모드가 아니라 무슨 책 속의 세계인 것처럼 책으로 빨려 들어왔어요. 게임 아티스트 팀 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 아이 귀찮아. 보면은 옛날 책에 흑백 그림 묘사해 놓은 것 같이 지금 보면 음영 처리가 이렇게 돼 있거든요. 옛날에 이제 그 주가 없어져라. 아! 이게 맞네? 휴! 아니 고대 마법 시험이라더니 그냥 전투만 하고 있는 것 같은데? 뭐 전투만 하는 게 좀 더 좋긴 한데? 이게 무슨 쾌 진행상 해야 되는 시험 같은 거라서
This must be for me.
넘어갈 수가 없어요. 근데 아까 그건 투명망토였고 강력한 힘을 주는 지팡이고 이번엔 돌이면은 해리포터 본편에 나왔던 그 죽음의 성물 3개 이야기에서 따온 것 같은데?
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
Dear, sweet Neve. Let us always honor her memory.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
아니요, 이게 그 세계관 게임이니까 표절은 아니죠. 호그와트 레거시는 해리포터 세계관 게임이니까. 야, 본편에 있는 거 오마주한 것 같은데?
But you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
갑자기 여긴 어디야? 갑자기 지도내실로 왔다고?
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young. I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizard kind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was, and she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragbor.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
I shouldn't have reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
뭐야, 왜 편지가 왔다가 말아. 자, 디크한테 갈 수 있고요. 아까 그게 그 죽음의 성물 오마주에서 갖고 온 게 맞는 것 같아요. 본편에 나왔던 거. 사실 이 게임 되게 본편, 그러니까 원작 호그와트 쪽 이야기를 되게 많이 갖고 오긴 하거든요. 이것저것. 좀 흥미있는 내용을?
Deke has some exciting news to share.
아마 원작 팬들한테 하는 어떤 팬 서비스 같은 거기도 하겠죠. 제가 포션 힐량 올려주는 거를 갖다가 재능에서 빼버렸는데 나 월장석 많다. 제가 이게 뺐던 이유가 포션을 양산을 할 수가 있어요. 지금. 그래서 뺀 거고.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
즐거운 양산 체제.
Deke has some exciting news to share.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deke does. Deke knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts, and Deke recently heard rumors of a phoenix nest in a nearby mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix Natty mentioned, the one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deke would not doubt it. If Deke has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well, which means it could be in danger.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deke thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deke is not sure why, but Deke feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deke's prior master. Deke hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
지금 불사조회를 받았는데 이러나 저러나 가는 방향은 똑같네요.
Slow down now. There we go. Revelio.
쭉 갑니다.
Fall dead asleep on my feet, I could.
아니 뭐 붙어 있어야 두 명을 동시에 치지.
What's that? Who's there?
That yes is the key to saving Anne. I know it. Meet me outside of Feldcroft as soon as you can.
Huh? Who is it? Someone there? Who's there? No. Aha! There you are. Oh. Ha. You will regret coming here.
후. 요 세바스찬 퀘가 어둠의 마법 배우는 퀘라서 진행을 해줘야 돼요.
Alohomora.
문 닫고 호잇!
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now.
Of course.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb and work out how to make a dark sacrifice.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. Anne will only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Good luck with Ominous, until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl. See you soon.
아, 이게 못 나는 동네를 너무 많이 만들어 놨어. 이게 맵 게임을 잘하는 게 아니라 그냥 하다 보니까 이렇게 되는 거죠. 이게 보면은 여기서 여기까지를 왜 막아놨는지를 모르겠어요. 왜냐면 여기서 여기면 이렇게 날아가는 게 되거든요. 그러니까 여기 바깥은 못 나가게 막는 게 이해가 돼. 이거는 필드 밖으로 치면 되니까. 그리고 여기도 지금 아까 전에는 막혀 있었거든요. 보면. 그러니까 이걸 왜 막는지를 잘 모르겠어. 뭐 퀘스트 진행 전까지 못 들어가게 막은 느낌이라고 이해가 안 되는 것도 아닌데 굳이라는 느낌은 들거든요. 일반적인 오픈월드 게임들을 생각하면.
Could it be a Merlin trial?
The wizards will be defeated.
뭐야 저건?
I shall avenge his death. Run, well.
이게 죽고 싶어서 나를 때려? 이게 부서지는 거 보면은 부수는 게 맞는 거 같은데. 아까 그 오픈월드 저거면 못 나는 이유를 합리적으로 설명을 해줘야 돼요, 게임 내에서. 그러니까 제 생각은 그렇거든요. 그러니까 게임 내에서 네가 여기를 왜 날면 안 되는지, 그러니까 설명이 돼 있어야지. 이게 밑도 끝도 없이 막아놓은 거에 이게 그 설명 이유가 되지. 예를 들면 이런 거예요. 그 밑에 뭐가 있어서 내가 밑으로 가도록 강제를 하려고 막았다 라고 해버리면 그걸 게임 내에서 설명을 해줘야 되는 거예요. 근데 이 게임 되게 그런 부분에선 좀 불친절하다고 할 수 있는 게 그런 설명이 개뿔 없거든요. 그냥 못날게 방벽 같은 걸로 막혀 있어요. 그러니까 이 방벽이 왜 있는 건지, 뭐 어떻게 없애는 건지.
One less human to worry about. I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. Wires, over here!
Tego.
I'll get you for this! Put me on the ground now! When are you going to give up? That was unexpected.
아이씨, 귀찮게.
From shoes to shadow. Just you wait till I'm on solid ground. How childish.
오케이, 됐고. 크루시오! 이 게임 어둠의 마법을 쓸 수 있어요. bom바르다로 빨간 통을 폭파하기라고 돼 있는데 빨간 통은 어디 있는 거야? 됐다. 뭐 근데 애초에 뭐 크루시아투스를 쓰는 게 저는 전혀 뭐 그건 아닌 게 이걸 뺑소니를 치네. 네, 보셨죠 방금? 멀쩡한 살아있는 생명체를 갖다가 폭탄통으로 바꿔갖고 던져서 폭발시키는 게 전투 방식입니다, 이 게임. 이 게임 그게 전투 방식이에요. 놀랍게도 특성으로 권장하는 전투 방식입니다, 이 게임.
How long for a bacon and mushroom stew? One less human to worry about.
이렇게
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
그리고 우리 주인공은 이거에 전혀 그게 없어요. 죄책감이 없어요. 저 뭐야 밀렵군 캠프 하나 그냥 통째로 전멸시켜 놓고 한다는 말이 쓰레기가 줄었대.
I shall avenge your death.
Who's out there?
폭탄 던져서
I should investigate.
아직 퀘스트 진행 때문에 그 뭐야 살인 저주를 못 배워서 그렇지.
Ranrock will unite us.
야.
You won't get away with that. Why have you not run away? Your time is short, child.
여기 뭐가 있나? 아이템이 있네. 여기 밑에도 아이템이 있었네. 챙겨가야죠, 다.
unleashed oaks.
Fight about one of the pop game. I want.
Revelio.
꽤 깔끔하게 처리됐고 계속 갑시다.
Oh, nice to see you here. Ah, isn't the sea air refreshing?
컬렉션들 느낌표 좀 지울게요. 내가 뭘 먹은 거지? 잘못 먹었다. 호그와트에 한번 돌아가서 템 좀 한번 체크하고 그냥 제가 지은 거예요. 흔한 이름이잖아요.
Hasn't seen this many plants here before.
여기는 필요의 방입니다. 이 게임에서는 요 필요의 방을
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
이 필요의 방을 이 게임에서는 그냥 뭐라 그래야 되지? 템 제작하는 공간처럼 쓸 수 있어서 장비템 제외하고 나머지는 다 저기서 아 다는 아니구나. 다는 아니고 이제 장비템 제외하고 그 제작은 저기서 다 할 수 있고요. 그 다음에 이제 제작 재료는 저기서 제작할 수 있는 거하고 그 필드에서 먹어야 되는 거하고 몇 개가 좀 있긴 있어요. 대표적으로 몹에서 드랍되는 것들은 몹에서 드랍되는 애들은 다 필드에서 먹어야 되고 몹 잡아서 그 다음에 이제 풀떼기나 광석 같은 것들 풀떼기 중에도 일부 뭐 버섯 같은 거라던가는 이제 버섯 같은 거는 안 되고 이제 그냥 한 8종류 약초를 재배할 수 있어요. 뭔 소리가 나는데? 따라다니면서 자꾸 시끄럽게 할래? 몇 대 맞으면 조용해지겠지.
Pitiful! But this is sad. Really, it is.
Oh.
Beautiful display.
Revelio. I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
어. 나비 어디가?
Revelio.
나비 거기서.
Revelio.
The brother who works in Gringotts. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
어차피 일로 가야 되네요.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea. How nice of you to stop by.
길 가는데 웬 고블린이. 어?
Aloha Mora.
이게 아니지.
Confringo. Here. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Confringo.
그리고
Here. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. Confringo.
퍼즐이 되게 많아요, 이 게임. 아, 떨어졌어. 이 게임 퍼즐도 되게 많고 됐다. 퍼즐도 많고 전투도 꽤 자주 있는 편이고 이래서. 근데 퍼즐은 몇몇 퍼즐들 돌려막기 하는 느낌이라 초반에 머리 써서 퍼즐 익혀놓으면 후반 가면은 그게 그거예요.
haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Like eggs and lettuce, those mushrooms were.
초반에는 이제 아니요 그게 아니라 귀찮다기보다는 이게 리소스의 문제죠. 그러니까 게임사 입장에서 먼저 얘기를 하면은 그러니까 리소스의 문제를 그때그때 퍼즐을 갖다가 고안해가지고 만드는 거는 게임사 입장에서는 엄청 머리를 써야 되는 일이에요. 근데 퍼즐을 갖다 일회용으로 채워놓으면 무슨 일이 벌어지냐면 유저들은 게임에서 한 번 딱 경험하고 끝날 거에다가 게임사는 엄청 고심해갖고 리소스를 투자를 해야 된단 말이죠. 그게 일단 쉽지 않고요. 그 다음에 이제 그 뭐라 그래야 될까, 유저 입장에서도 퍼즐이 계속 바뀌면 한 번만 하면 되는 퍼즐인데 이게 난이도가 들쭉날쭉할 수밖에 없거든요. 퍼즐 난이도가. 그러면 퍼즐에 막혀서 게임 진행이 안 되는 현상이 일어나요. 근데 퍼즐이 반복되면은 어쨌든 퍼즐마다 한 번씩 정도만 해줘도 유저들이 그 다음부터는 이제 거의 응용 퍼즐 비슷하게 해가지고 풀 수가 있죠. 이게 마치 그런 거랑 똑같은 거예요. 온라인 게임에서 스토리에다가 몰빵하는 온라인 게임들 있죠. 그거 사실 리소스 엄청 잡아먹는 거예요. 왜냐면 레이드 같은 건 반복해서 깨지만 스토리 퀘스트는 반복해서 깨는 사람 아무도 없어요. 누가 그걸 반복해서 깨? 귀찮게. 하긴 그러니까 원신 만든 애들이 좀 특이한 애들이죠. 왜냐면 원신 원신은 하진 않았지만 제 주변에 원신하는 사람들이 있기 때문에 원신의 스토리 퀘스트는 연출이랑 이런 거 되게 신경 쓰는 편이거든요. 제 주변 사람들 말 들어보면. 근데 그게 리소스가 엄청 들어가요. 컷신 같은 것도 영상 만들면 다 돈이란 말이에요. 근데 그런 돈을 들여가지고 컷신을 막상 만들고 하면은 유저들은 게임에서 한 번 보면 끝이에요. 엄청 낭비죠. 퍼즐 같은 것도 마찬가지예요. 그리고 유저 입장에서는 퍼즐 풀기가 귀찮은 사람들도 또 있을 수 있고 퍼즐을 좋아하는 사람도 있을 수 있고 그렇기 때문에 이거는 사람마다 또 다르잖아요. 예를 들면 게임 좀 편하게 하면 안 되냐라는 사람이 있을 수 있고.
I received your owl. Thank you.
I'm glad you came. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych.
I don't know. I did see another memory. This time it was a keeper named Neve Fitzgerald. She was unnerved by Isidora's use of ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock.
These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information.
It doesn't work like that. To access each of these memories, I have to complete a trial. It's not as easy as you think. They're showing me the memories in a particular order.
Either they don't trust you, or you don't care enough about Anne to ask the difficult questions.
I do care about Anne, but I'm tired of explaining myself. Perhaps we should part ways.
That's not what I meant. We're just not getting answers. I need answers. For Anne.
I know. Now, shall we see why the triptych led us here?
Let's go, quickly.
스토리 길이요? 뭐 지금 제가 좀 짧게 플레이한 것도 있는데
I wonder why.
Raiding, I imagine.
일단 지금 9번째 방송이고 보통 제가 방송을 하루에 한 서너 시간씩 하니까 길이 자체는 나쁘지 않아요. 이 정도면. 근데 호그와트 레거시의 문제는 요 특성이 좀 너무 나중에 열려가지고 그렇다는 거하고 특성들이 대부분 쓸모가 없어요. 이게 얘네들 대부분 쓸모가 없어요. 왜 쓸모가 없는지 제가 잠깐 화장실만 좀 갔다 와가지고 설명을 좀 할게요. 다녀왔습니다. 이게 특성이 진짜 쓸모가 없다고 하는 게 저 지금 재능 포인트 안 쓰고 놔두고 있거든요. 이게 보면은 특성이 일단 마우스로 해야 되겠다. 지금 잠깐. 이게 주문, 어둠의 마법, 코어, 은신, 필요의 방인데 보면은 코어에서 그러니까 주문부터 볼게요. 주문부터 보면은 이 게임 그 광역딜이 그렇게 쓸모있는 게임이 아니라서 보면은 이것도 주변에 3명을 띄우잖아요. 그럼 내가 평타로 광역을 칠 수 있는 게 아니야. 내가 평타로 광역을 칠 수 있는 게 아니라서 그냥 3명 띄워서 매즈를 3명 걸어놨다 이런 게 끝이에요. 범위가 엄청 넓은 것도 아니고. 그리고 그나마 제가 이거는 찍었는데, 이거는 임페리우스라고, 인페리우스, 그 저주 임페리우스 말고 그 언데드 새끼들 있거든요. 걔네가 불을 맞아야지 딜이 들어가는, 불을 일단 한 대 맞은 다음부터 딜이 들어가는 게 있어서, 이걸로 그냥 광역으로 때려 놓으면은 불이 한꺼번에 여러 명 붙으니까 찍어 놓은 수준인데, 그것도 이걸로 그냥 딜을 하겠다는 게 아니라 그냥 불 붙이려고 쓰는 거예요. 이것도 적을 3명을 갖다 끌어와가지고 근접전을 하게 되면, 고블린 같은 거 3명 끌어오면 근접전 하면 오히려 제가 불리하거든요. 그래서 크게 의미가 있는 건 아니고, 얘도 그냥 추가 공격이 가해진다고 하는데 그냥 밀어내는 거지 뭐 이렇게 딜이 센 것도 아니고. 마찬가지로 요것도 그렇게, 이 게임 자체가 약점을 때릴 때, 그러니까 약화된 적, 그러니까 예를 들면 뭐 CC기에 걸렸다던가 하는 적을 때릴 때가 아니면 주문 딜이 많이 안 들어가는 게임이라서 결국에는 CC기를 넣고 때려야 되는데 이거를 쓰는 게 의미가 있는가에 대한 의문이 있고요. 인센디오는 그냥 안 좋아요. 사거리가 너무 짧아. 요것도 뭐 충격파라고는 하는데, 보시면 아시겠지만 살짝 밀려나는 걸로 끝이죠. 그나마 이거 정도는 쓰려면 쓸 수는 있는데, 이건 이제 왜 쓰냐면은 폭발 물질로 변하게 한 다음에 던지는 거, 이것 때문에 2명을 한꺼번에 전투에서 그냥 제거할 수가 있어요. 그러니까 거의 즉사기, 더블 즉사기 같은 느낌이라 쓰는 거고, 어둠의 마법 쪽에도 요거는 저주받은 모든 대상이 데미지를 입는다 그러는데, 여기 화면에도 보이지만 데미지 제가 찍어봤는데, 찍었다가 지금 뺀 거거든요. 딜이 거의 안 들어가요. 그러니까 의미가 없고, 요거는 이제 DPS 올리려고 하는 거고, 요것도 사실은 저주 그게 딱히 필요하진 않거든요. 그냥 찍어 놓은 거고. 요거는 이제 저주 번지게 하려고 쓰는 건데, 저주를 왜 번지게 하냐면 이것 때문에 그래요. 체인으로 갖다 나중에 써먹으려고. 그리고 이건 체력 회복인데 크게 의미가 있진 않고요. 그냥 있다 수준이지. 그리고 코어 마법에서는 이거는 저스트 가드가 떠야 의미가 있는 거고, 이거는 주문을 4개밖에, 그러니까 콘솔 기준으로 게임을 만들다 보니까 주문이 4개씩 세트로 갖다 저장이 돼요. 근데 4개씩 세트로 갖다 주문 저장하면 일일이 바꿔줘야 되거든요. 일일이 바꿔줘야 돼요. 그래서 이제 이걸 쓰는 거고, 그 다음에 요거는 이동기 쓰려고 쓰는 거고, 고대 마법 MP는 이제 고대 마법 쓰려고 그냥 찍어 놓은 거고, 이거 투사체 적한테 돌려보낸다는데 이건 어차피 스투페파이 날릴 때 쓰는 거니까 그렇고 은신도 제가 이거 2개 다 찍었는데 1개만 찍는 거랑 2개를 다 찍는 거랑 크게 차이를 모르겠어요. 그다음에 여기는 뭐 식물이랑 포션 관련해서 이렇게 있는데 식물은 거의 뭐 쓸 일이 없고요. 포션을 쓰게 되면 포션도 이 UI의 문제인데 포션을 이렇게 해서 1개만 올려놓을 수 있어요. 그러니까 포션을 내가 주로 먹는 거 1개 빼고는 특성을 찍을 필요가 없어요. 왜? 이거 전투 중에 일일이 바꿔가지고 먹는 것도 일이거든요.
You almost had a lucky shot. Who do you think you are?
아이 귀찮게 하네.
Cover up why he's coming back this way.
어디서 쏜 거야?
I'll kill you when I get down from it.
잘 가.
Thestrals overhead. Some consider them a bad omen.
Not everyone does.
I know that.
All right.
I'm making small talk. I want to trek up this mountain in silence.
근데 이 게임 스토리 길이는 참 좋은데 그 등장하는 NPC들이 사람을 빡치게 하는 경우가 종종 있어요. 애들이 말을 졸라 띠껍게 해.
I bet the Thestral nest is close by. There they are. Let's go.
Wait, we should have some sort of plan.
I'm through planning.
Right up. Someone's here. Let's get it.
이씨 귀찮게.
You can't stop us. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Protego!
Somebody there! Fire for white!
They got what they deserved.
Revelio. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about dead goblins.
You could have got us killed.
But I didn't. Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path.
Let's keep going. Confringo.
Ramrock's gonna make everyone pay.
Anything made from goblin silver belongs to us. Whether it's a sword or a repository, whatever that is.
Did you hear that goblin?
Ridiculous notions of ownership.
Someone over here. Yeah.
Ooh.
I agree. Only good wizard's a dead wizard. Ranrock's got that right. Keen to help him achieve his goals in that regard.
죽어!
Kill spells glance off of me.
This must be it.
Sebastian, wait.
Wait? For what? Why are you suddenly so cautious?
Listen to me. I know you're angry and frustrated, but charging ahead now could undo all the progress we've made. Lodgok said...
Oh, your goblin friend?
Stop it, that's enough. Not all goblins are like Ranrock. I am not the enemy. We want the same thing, to find answers.
I thought we wanted the same thing.
We do. Listen to me. Lodgok has insights into Ranrock that we don't. He told me that Ranrock somehow knows about the Keepers and is searching anywhere connected to each of them. That's why they always seem to be one step ahead. I know what I'm doing. You need to trust me, or I don't see that we can continue together.
Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. And I have been for a while. I do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you.
Good. Ranrock clearly knows more than we thought. We need to be careful and do this right, not just go charging in. We have our work cut out for us. We need to work together if we're going to find the final piece to the triptych.
Agreed.
올라갑시다.
So far, so good.
Charming. Spiders. How fitting.
그루시아투스가 지시기로는 되게 좋아요.
Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
Revelio.
뭐 없잖아.
One nudge and that chest might have fallen.
Oh, I think 3 nudges at least.
These spiders are determined to make a meal of us.
I'm sure we taste better than a goblin dinner.
오야.
Annoying little beasts, aren't they?
A staircase leading here. Whatever.
I don't think anyone's been here for ages. Look at this place. Not really my style. A bit much, if you ask me.
와! 휴! 클리어.
Walking through the cavern can't have been the only challenge. Perhaps we should search for runes. Revelio.
We've seen rune symbols like these before. can't get out of here quick enough.
아, 출혈이네요. 와! 아! 휴, 잡았네요.
Nice teamwork.
Nothing like an angry troll to bring friends together. Revelio.
박스 챙기고
That troll certainly made a mess of things.
Reparo.
Debris everywhere.
That was a piece of work.
More than one. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I'm out of breath after all of those stairs. But the view, well worth it.
Whew.
Another barrier. We can blast through it, I'm certain.
Confringo!
This can't be a dead end. Must be another floor above us. Good news?
This journal entry sounds worrisome.
Here! Confringo!
Almost as good as if I'd done it myself.
This place can't have belonged to only Isadora.
Another rune symbol.
Revelio.
Feel as if I should be fluent in runic language by now.
Confringo!
Could this be another area Isadora created?
Isadora must have honed her skill with ancient magic here. I know from the memories I've seen that the keepers in Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic.
I wish you could see one of her memories.
The final canvas piece of the triptych. We've done it!
Isadora should not have had to keep all this secret.
I know from the memories I've seen that the keepers in Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic. But I don't understand why she seems to have gone to such great lengths to tell her story without their knowledge.
I wish you could see one of her memories.
So do I.
Perhaps completing the triptych will shed more light on all of this.
귀환.
I cannot believe the journey this triptych took us on.
This is it.
Don't keep me in suspense. Go on, place it.
Another pensive.
This is what we've been chasing.
I wonder.
What is it?
Let's find out.
I cannot bring my brother back, Father. But I can give you peace. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. have you done?
I took his pain.
Thank you. That worked?
It did indeed.
Of course it did. It's goblin silver.
I need something much bigger.
All right. I would help if you could tell me more about what it is you're storing.
Magic. Left over from a spell I devised to remove pain, but if used correctly, its power can be used to do even more good.
Why would you want to store such magic away?
I only need to keep it safe until I can convince my colleagues of its worth. Magic like this unnerves some.
Not everyone's ready to wield such power.
Perhaps not. Someone will be.
She took away the pain. I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne.
Something isn't right, Sebastian.
What do you mean? You saw what she did.
No, not the memories, the portrait. I think the reason Isadora hasn't appeared is because she can't.
I don't follow.
We have seen that view before. The abandoned home in Felcroft, the destroyed painting. It was her.
So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory.
Yes, you're right.
We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do, what you can do.
But I don't know how to do what Isadora did.
Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you.
I'm not sure that they would. The Keepers believe that removing someone's ability to feel pain, it's a highly complicated, unpredictable form of magic. One that should be wielded with great care, if at all.
If at all? You've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. You can wield it. You have the ability. Please, talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne.
Why did the Keepers want to keep Isadora quiet? Why destroy her portrait?
I found one of Ranrock's drills in a mine along the shore. I intend to destroy it. I'm tired of trying to reason with him. You're welcome to join me, but if I don't see you there, I will reach out when I return. I have something to give you.
Lodcock's getting himself into more danger than he realizes.
이게 어떤 느낌의 상황인지를 잘 모르겠네요.
I don't have anything for this at the moment.
thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
일단 마법약 양산 중이고요. 일단 동굴 찾기가 있으니까 동굴로 갑시다. 오늘은 여기까지 하고 내일 저녁에 또 이어서 할게요. 내일 저녁에 이어서 하면은 아마 불사조 퀘스트 하고 저 빗자루 퀘스트 하고 이러면 될 것 같은데, 내일 저녁에 한 6시? 5시 반? 뭐 그때쯤 키도록 할게요. 그러면 다들 좋은 저녁 되시고요. 내일 뵙도록 하겠습니다.